Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKodash, the honor to my other apostles, a great millstone, peace and citation to the hopeful members of the elect, the Bechorim, the house of David, that's been preordained, predestined to get delivered in these last times and to be the ruling, governing body of the nation, Yasha'Allah. Okay, come back at you again with another lesson. And just out here getting some vitamin D out here in the nice sun. It's pretty warm out here. Okay. I was watching a video from Son Campbell, and it says Charlie Kirk wife says she forgives the shooter, but did he really do it? So I'm gonna play this video. All right, and there's something that Candace Owens, she was going into, because really this whole thing, you know, could be a psyops and a ploy for these elites to bring in what they need to bring in, and that's what? Eliminate so-called hate speech, take away the right to bear arms here in America. And you just had a shooting, I believe in Dallas, and it was targeted at a ICE agent. So these are all ploys that's set up, most likely, to bring in an agenda to pass certain laws. All right, so I'm gonna play this video, okay, and I'll get some scriptures.
I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love, and always love. Love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us.
Now, it's a little bit confusing to me with Charlie Kirk's wife saying that she forgive the young man that was accused of turning Charlie Kirk's TV off, rocking his snot box, canceling his cable, sending him to the crossroads where he won't be lonely. What's puzzling to me about this is that Candace Owens, if y'all been paying attention, she has ripped and shredded this whole case to pieces, to the whole point that 99.9% of the people in America don't believe that young boy did that.
Something is not right. Nothing we are being told is true. And the strangest thing is that Pam Bondi, who is a complete loser and a tool, is trying to use the assassination of Charlie Kirk to lay the groundwork for hate.
Right, and let me just look up Pam Bondi in case you don't know who she is. All right, she's the United States Attorney General. All right, so let's play this. Actually, let me just put in what is the job description of a United States Attorney General, just in case you don't know. So it says the U.S. Attorney General is the nation's top law enforcement officer and the head of Department of Justice. The key responsibilities include acting as the chief legal advisor to the president and the federal government, representing the United States in legal matters before the Supreme Court and other courts, overseeing federal prosecutors in the FBI, DEA, ATF, and other law enforcement agencies. Enforcing, Salaki, here comes this loud ass motorcycle. I already know this dude's gonna be loud as hell. Okay, there. Okay, anyways, it says enforcing federal laws, including civil rights, antitrust, and criminal law, guiding national policy on crime, justice, and law enforcement. So in short, the Attorney General is the federal government's chief lawyer and prosecutor, responsible for upholding the law, ensuring justice, and protecting the public interests. Okay, so that's what the responsibilities of a U.S. Attorney General. Now let's go back. Why is it going back here? Let's go back to Candace.
Hate speech laws in America. The very thing D, who is a complete loser and a tool, is trying to use the assassination of Charlie Kirk to lay the groundwork for hate speech laws in America.
Right, he has hate speech laws in America, and they've been on that for a second. And they're going to accomplish that goal. And what will happen? What will allude to that is the famine of the word. Amos 8 verse 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. That's the true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. And his only begotten Son is Yahushai. That I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Okay? And a physical famine will come, an orchestrated one, but also famine of the word. Okay? And again, they're going to pass hate speech laws. Okay? Put more restrictions towards the internet. That's what they're going to do. Soon, possibly, speaking as a man, shut off the internet for a moment. Who knows? Okay. Remember was it the Prime Minister of Nepal? All right. Their leader. He was trying to halt, meaning stop, halt, the access to certain social media websites. Okay, like Instagram, I think YouTube. But yeah, because mainly this word is on the internet. It's being pushed through the World Wide Web, the internet, YouTube. All right, let me get Psalms 19. I can go back to that video. Okay. So famine, the word is coming. So get it while you can. Psalm 19 verse 2. Day unto day utters speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. So day unto day utters speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. Okay, because you can access this internet 24/7. Okay. Now you'll say to yourself, how does this allude to the internet? How is this talking about the internet, right? Well, let's keep reading. It says there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. All throughout the world, okay, everyone has pretty much a cell phone, even in remote places in the earth. But you can play videos, hear a person talk, and put subtitles, or now you can use AI to hear what they're saying in your language. So videos are being pushed out primarily by brothers at GMS, all right, those that teach the same like doctrine, okay, those, because we have the 100% truth, yes, the 100% truth, okay, and we're pushing out videos daily, all right, some brothers, not daily, but very consistently, okay, and this knowledge is just being over flooded, all right, and it's ultimately to what? To reel in the elect, all right, and it says their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world, and in them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. Right? So their line is gone out, because when you do a video and you upload it, it's shot into, it's shot back up to the satellites, and it's being projected back down, all right, into whatever device you're watching on. Okay? So, that's that line. All right? It says their line is gone out throughout all the earth, and their words the end of the world. Right? You can watch a video you can be in Scandinavia or Norway, wherever, and hear a brother talking from New York. All right? Anywhere. It says, in them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. Right? So that's like the internet scripture, we call it. All right? So let's go back. And again, with that hate speech, that will allude to the famine of the word.
Everything that Charlie was fighting against, they all just got right to work, trying to pass laws. Well, Charlie Kirk decided, now we got hate speech is something. Exactly what he's messaging me about, but he doesn't want to happen. They're trying to use his death to justify.
Right, and what happens to freedom of speech, one of the First Amendment, all right? And then along with that, the Second Amendment, right to bear arms, right? Is that the Second Amendment? Let me check. U.S. Amendments. Come on, just give me the list. Give me the list now. Come on. God damn it. Just give me the goddamn list. Here we go. List of amendments. All right. First Amendment prohibits the making of any law respecting an establishment of religion impeding the free exercise of religion, abriding the freedom of speech, infringing on the freedom of the press, interfering with the right to peaceably assemble, or prohibiting the petitioning for a government redress of grievances. So freedom of speech, ultimately. Second is protects the right to keep and bear arms, have a firearm, okay? And they're definitely going to get rid of open speech, freedom of speech, and the right to bear arms, have a firearm, okay? So you won't be able to protect yourself. And we're definitely in a police state. All these National Guards going to different cities. All right, and it's only going to get worse. Okay, it's going to get more draconian. Watch, just wait. All right, just wait. So let's go back to Candace Owens again.
To what Pam Bondi said to Katie Miller on her podcast. Take a listen.
There's free speech, and then there's hate speech.
No.
And there is no place, especially now, especially after what happened to Charlie, in our society.
Do you see more law enforcement?
And they're going to label us as like a hate speech group because what we preach. All right? But we're not doing anything physical. That's why it's wise to use discernment in this man's kingdom, okay? Don't just be doing anything out here. You don't want to blame the ministry, okay? Nothing wrong with having a gun as well, but you don't link that to the ministry, nothing, man. Okay, be as, like the scriptures say, harmless as a dove, all right? Wise as a serpent, okay? Use discernment when you're out here in your daily life, all right? Think, okay? Think. Just think. Don't be doing too much. All right, don't be wilding out here. Don't. The Lord can judge you. Okay? Relax. Think. Move correctly. Use discernment. Keep it very simple. That's it. All right, we're not here to be a show. None of that, man. All right?
Enforcement going after these groups who are using hate speech and putting cuffs on people, so we show them that some action is better than no action.
We will absolutely.
I just want to say too, because again, they're gonna label us as a hate speech group because what we preach, we say what the heathens are going down. All right, Esau Edom, his kingdom is going down. Okay, we preach these things, right? But what's that? Lift up the banner. We're telling this Edomite, these Edomites, these elites, the so-called white man, we're telling him his own kingdom is coming down. They're gonna label us like a terrorist group, even though we're not doing anything physically. All right, and we won't, because we're waiting upon our power, Yahweh Shai, to return to redeem us, to deliver us, and take down this man's system. All right, and along with that will be the ICBMs. Okay, that's gonna come and nuke this place, America. But we're not doing anything physical. All right, we're just prophesying, preaching. That's it. All right, and going to work. Okay, going to work, prophesying. Okay, working out. Some brothers may, go on a mini vacation, whatever. All right, you still do the work, of course, but you may go travel to a different place. But we're just keeping it very simple. We're not being a physical threat, and we're not promoting that either. The scriptures say, "Wait ye upon the Lord, for vengeance is His." All right. So Isaiah 13, what was that? 13 verse. Let me see. What was that? 13 verse 2. Yeah. And it says, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. All right, this high mountain, it represents governments. This is talking about the Edomite government, okay? This Edomite's governments. All right, his whole beast system. All right, that dragon, that beast, compromising the NATO and the EU, the 7 heads and 10 horns, with America on top as the whore. Okay, where it says what? It says, lift up ye a banner upon the high mountain is truth. Exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles, right? So we're doing that. We're telling these elites that their own empire is gonna collapse and be destroyed. Okay? You see? And they're gonna, label us as a hate group or terrorists. I remember Elder Yashawamba did a lesson a few days ago, and how Trump brought up Antifa. All right, and they're gonna soon label us with that group.
Target
all right,
you?
Or some domestic terrorist group, whatever.
Go after you if you are targeting anyone with hate speech, anything, and that's across the aisle.
So to be clear, that's the feds telling you that they want to pass speech laws, which will basically just give them the full power to go after you for wrongthink.
Right.
Okay? And they're doing it in the most disturbing way ever by going after Charlie Kirk's legacy and using his assassination to say, oh, well, now we've got to get hate speech done. Which, by the way, who was the person and the leader who said that he was passing laws against speech in America? That was Bibi Netanyahu. Okay, years ago, on record, saying that he was working with the government of America, and any person that criticized Israel would find themselves on the wrong.
That's why you got to use code words, like Elder Apostle Tahar said, because they'll take your video down. All right, we talk about small hats; they're catching on to that, like one of the elders said. All right, so we got to use code words, but yeah, they're going to label all that as hate speech if you even talk about, Israel, especially Israel, all right, and these elites. Yeah, that's why the scriptures say, this 2 Thessalonians, how the man of sin is being revealed, and it's mainly through the internet, okay? So that's how you know we're at the end, because he's being revealed on all levels, from the prophets to his own people, like it says in Psalms. Where's that at? His own tongue shall fall upon him. Is that Psalms 54? Like his own people calling him out. Because, hold on, it's lucky. Damn, hold on. His own tongue. And these other Edomites, hey, they ain't getting sliced of the pie, so to speak. Because if they did, they wouldn't be even worried. They wouldn't even be worried about calling these elites out. All right, but what, Psalm 64 verse Just had it. Verse 8 it says. Yeah, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, right? So, you know, they're got other Edomites calling out the elites, their own people, all right? You see whistleblowers. Okay. Let's go back. But again, this man is being revealed, and that's one of the reasons why he's going to take down the internet and, you know, make laws to pass like hate speech. Basically, you can't say anything about what these elites, these Edomites are doing. All right, like Klaus Schwab said, who's in like the head of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, the Economic Forum. All right, World Economic Forum. You will own nothing and be happy. Like what? Own nothing to be happy, because they want you to be an eternal slave, and one of the ways they will do that is forcing that chip upon everybody. Revelation 13 verse 16.
Side of the law, okay? You can find that clip of him saying that. And now what's happening? Well, we have an occupied administration, there's no question. Trump is occupied by Zionists, okay? He's completely impotent. He's completely powerless. He cannot say anything that goes against Israel or Bibi Netanyahu. He's letting them do whatever they want. No pushback whatsoever. It's very clear Bibi is in control, and his administration is saying that. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But this was the plan, okay? This was the plan. And we...
When I gotta put it in subtitles or something, nobody believes the story. Well, hello, America. So, hanging out with my beautiful wife tonight. So, hi, beautiful wife.
Hello.
So, baby, breaking news.
What?
The coroner just announced that Charlie Kirk, even in death, is a miracle man and a hero. Do you know why?
The bullet and it didn't hit anybody else?
Because he stopped the bullet and it didn't hit anybody else. Hold the sparkles. Now, I don't know what video y'all were watching the day he was shot, but you could clearly see the exit wound out of his neck. And last time I checked, there were no bones in this area of the neck where the bullet exited. Now, let's just, for talk's sake, say, okay. Trajectory of the bullet, he got stuck. It hit a bone and it stuck in a bone. Hey, babe, you remember that time that you shot a bear?
Yeah.
With your 243?
Yeah.
Which is a lot smaller than a 30-06?
Yep.
What did it do to the bone?
It demolished it.
Okay. Hey, babe,
Yeah.
do you remember that time you shot an elk
Yeah.
with your 243?
Yeah.
And it hit the bone? What did it do?
Did it?
So a 243 rifle, and by the way, both shots, she was about 150 to 200 yards away, absolutely obliterated a bear and an elk bone part. And you're telling me that a 30-06 shot about the same distance into a man in his neck area miraculously somehow stopped the bone, or stopped the bullet in the bone, and it didn't come out?
It didn't hit his bone. It hit the side of his neck.
No. It hit the bone. The coroner said. The government said. They couldn't be lying to us.
There's no...
Tell me. Without telling me. I mean, even when it boils down to the rifle that was used, the bullet, I'm not going to sit up here in front like I'm one of those guys that be going hunting with the long rifles and I know exactly what that 30-06 to do. But me listening to the professionals? Hello, America. So, I know I said I was done. Watch this.
Oh, this giant thing is rather than we'll keep a link up to our science project. It's a psychological operation to see if people really believe what the FBI say, but it's definitely not a rifle. Do they really think that we're that? There's gonna be no videos of this guy walking around with his head out, reporting that guy doesn't fit, or down his my shoulders rifle. Okay.
Oh, the sparkles. What do you want me to do? I mean, I've been saying it for a week and a half, and y'all are telling me I'm a conspiracy theorist. So here's video proof of other. What else? Please, come on my comments. Tell me I'm wrong. I can't help you if you can't. This is why the government thinks we're stupid. It's because there are people behind it. Oh, it's white bread. White bread did it. Another piece of proof that white bread couldn't. Just fucking saying. Ooh. Everybody's saying something just ain't right. Something ain't right. Now, normally I would have been off of this Charlie Kirk situation because I ain't really rock with the dude like that, and I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm one of his fans because I'm not. But the racial tension, the animosity that somehow, even still, everybody know the high-ups, the elites behind what happened to Charlie Kirk.
Right.
Could you explain to me how did it become a black and white thing?
Right. That's what I was getting to. That's how I want to get to.
Know the high-ups.
How the hell did we get involved in this? It was a Edomite that did this, supposedly. How the hell did Jake, so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans, but in this case, black people, how the hell did we get involved? All right. NASA's saying there's a UFO coming here, and they're right. There is black men in there, angels. All right. But they said it's hostile. It's hostile. How the hell do you know that? See, to hell with these Edomites, man. Okay? And the Lord is bringing your kingdom down. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. All right? That's why, hey, you can never be these Edomites' friends. You can never have an alliance with them. The scriptures say what? 2nd Esdras, the 12th chapter, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. They are our enemies, man. And it says how they had a perpetual hatred towards Israel forever. Okay? So you can never be friends, be in alliance with these Edomites. Though hand joined unto hand, all right? Both shall fall into the pit, So you Jakes that's trying to be cool with these Edomites. And when I say cool, I mean like you really trust them. This my good friend right here. Now in our daily life, we're very humble and we show decorum in everywhere we go. Okay, we're not just out here wilding out, calling Esau a devil to his face. No, we'll smile, we'll talk to these people out here, these Edomites. All right, I'll hold the door for them. Keep it very peaceful and be you're wise. But we're not out here just trying to start an allegiance with them. Hell no. All right, that's the enemy.
The elite is behind what happened to Charlie Kirk. But could you explain to me, how did it become a black and white thing?
First of all, that situation in Cincinnati, if it was vice versa,
cities would burn. And it also speaks volumes that you need 15 mother beat down one white dude and his wife. The only people who behave like that do so out of fear. And you speak that we're going to learn our place in the food chain. 13% is going to tell us where we sit in the food chain.
The race wars are coming. And call Allah Bashmashah 144.
Everybody wants to act like white people the problem. If white people were the problem, you know it.
You guys are the problem. And this man, he may be a Jake, who knows, but no, white people are definitely the problem, all right? Because, and when I say white people, I'm talking about the elites, Now here it is, these elites are destroying the ecosystem, the planet, all right? They put chemtrails in the air, they put chemicals in your food, all right, Monsanto, and no one ever riots over that, but these elites, they're destroying everything on every level, the ecosystem, all that, man. People are perplexed, confused, all right? So no, you white people are the problem, man, all right? Here it is, Jake is a problem as well in America. But you people are a problem on a world level. All right, you're a cancer onto this earth. Okay? That needs to be stopped, and you will be stopped once Yahweh Shai returns. Okay? You're destroying life. Like the scripture say, it'll be no flesh to be saved if we continue in this God-forsaken place. You know, in this God-forsaken society. Yeah, Jake is a problem, but Jake is a problem like in his hood, all right, in his neighborhood. You people are a problem worldwide, destroying life on every level. Let's continue.
There's nothing you can do about it. Trust me, society sees where the problem is, and it's not white people. It's this ghetto team. So I'm telling you now, you need to stand down, quit acting like a good little puppet for the quit trying to start a race war you can't.
But guess what? A race war will pop off soon. All right, let me get to the point. 2 Ezra 15 verse. Let me see. 15. For the sword and the destruction draw nigh, meaning near, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. That's going to be on every level, attacking the higher authorities, the police, going at it with your own neighbor. All right, race wars. That's all coming. Okay. When there's famine, like it says in the next scriptures further up or further down, you know, because of lack of bread, people are going to be taken, you know, unaliving people so they can get whatever you have to sustain them, all right? So it's going to get wild out here, man. Let's continue.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Could you explain to me why so many black young men is being found going around the country?
Yeah, like that one incident with Delta University that Jake, that was he hung himself, or I mean he was found hanged, you know, and there's speculations on that story, but hey, either way, man, it's a lot of witchcraft, a lot of agendas going out, man. Okay, these elites are trying to really take away your guns, all right, no protection, eliminate so-called hate speech. Take away the internet or put more restrictions on it, and ultimately you're gonna have to have that chip to even access that. So start these race wars, you know.
I've watched video after video after video of colonizers talking down on black people, calling us the worst of names, telling us to stop begging, get a job.
These black people are really struggling, and they're turning into these maniacs. It seems like they don't do anything right. They're obnoxious, they're rude, they're inconsiderate, aggressive, cruel, and...
But Esau was none of those things. Yeah, Jake is a problem, trust me. We understand. That's why 2/3 will perish. But you Edomites act like you weren't that before. During the 16, 17, 1800s, just cruel, all right? Destroying Jake, destroying the indigenous of this land, all right? Forcing them onto unfertile part of land in America, a reservation. Breaking every peace treaty. You brought hardcore bondage, slavery on all the Israelites, but Judah mainly. All right. You did horrible acts upon them. Okay, so many things, man. And you learn what they did unto us in slavery, like some of the things they did, you know, throwing our babies as alligator bait into the you know, the swamps, man. Just evil things, and so many other things I can get into, but I'm not going to right now. But you Edomites have always showed hatred and pure evilness unto us, all right, even in other parts of the world. But we're the problem.
You know, look, nobody hates black.
You created Jake how he is today. You created the nigga. Esau's the original nigga. He the OG nigga. But you created how Jake is now. These 2/3 sagging their pants with tattoos and colorful hair and looking crazy and just demonic. You know? The black woman just, ugh. All right, that's all I can say. Okay, the Latino woman and Latino man just all bugged the fuck out. You know, you did that.
People for being black. If there are people like that, I think that's exceedingly rare. And I don't consider myself one of them. The reason that people have negative attitudes about black people is because most people's interactions with black people are negative.
I mean, that's true.
Most people's interactions with black people is when you're stuck in traffic.
Going to a store and it's a black person as a cashier, he just, or she's just rude and just like, come on, man. Like, why you gotta project your whatever you're going through today at me? You might have, look, we get it. Jake, that's why 2/3 are gonna die here. But the elect, the Lord is gonna deliver them throughout the four corners of the earth. All right?
And you see a Nissan Altima speeding down the shoulder. And you say, what the f***? You're not supposed to do that. If everybody did that, it would just be another lane, and, not everybody can do that. But it's like these people have no respect for decorum. They think the rules don't apply to them. They have no respect for society. Like, that's their interaction is they are a waiter, and they wait on a black table, and the black people don't tip. Like, that's most people's interactions. It's stuff like that. They go to the DMV and they see a black person behind the counter and they say, oh, here we go. And the person's rude. Now, it just goes to show people are not racist. It goes to show people don't like people that are rude. It's unpleasant. People want to be treated with consideration and respect. And it is true that black people are, in this day and age, unfortunately, seem to have very low moral character. It's not even just the violence, although the violence is pretty striking.
But you gotta, say these black Americans. That's mainly what it is. And all these people in Babylon, they're fucking rude, man. Inconsiderate, disrespectful. It's a lot of these people. Yeah, Jake is a problem, definitely. But it's just American vibration, man. If you live in America, you understand exactly what I'm talking about, man. All right? But some places in America, it's cool. Like the South, some places in the South, all right, that whole term, Southern hospitality, okay? Some places are just very rude, but let's continue.
If you live your life and you know that you're going to be mugged by black people, it kind of colors your opinion or perception of black people, wouldn't you say? If 99% of the carjackings and stabbings and shootings that you see in Chicago are by black people, when you're walking down the street late at night, guess what you're looking for? Black people. It doesn't take a lot of them to spoil the whole bunch like that. And we just want black people to take accountability. And I'm not a bad person. It just seems that every time I encounter you people, for the most part, it's negative. And sometimes extremely negative. Like I could get a gun in my...
Yeah, but, that was basically it, man. I'm stop there. All right. So with that, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rachakodash, our divine honor, some other apostles, a great millstone, a piece of citation. It's the hope and numerous of the elect. Shalom.